Hello, welcome to Scott Tyndall's Home Shop. My name is Scott, and this is going to be a brief video on how to set the idle on your Zama weed eater, or Zama carburetor on your weed eater or blower. Now, being that I don't have the carburetor in my hands, or the weed eater or the outdoor power equipment in my hands, to be able to hear the changes that the adjustments make to the engine, I can simply give you the crudest adjustments in the grossest sense on how to do it. So here goes. Once you got your carburetor all completely cleaned out, you got it all put back together per the instructions that you can look up online. You can Google online that particular model number or model name carburetor. Zama has one out there. And pretty much all carburetors, even Walbro carburetors, the diaphragms look identically the same and they go in the same way. But Zama is the only one that's ever put something out that I can find. And so, once you get it get everything all locked down, cleaned out and locked down, put it all back in. Now you're going to you're going to run both idle mixture screws in all the way until they stop. But you're going to do it with a tiny jeweler screwdriver, where you hold it in your sensitive fingertips, not in your hand. And you're going to run it down until the first time it stops. And you're going to notice where it is. So if the little slot in the screwdriver is, say, pointed towards 1 o'clock, and you turn it, you put your screwdriver in. Alright, so once you've got them all turned down, now you're normally going to back them out 1 to 1.5, and in rare cases 2.5 times. But you're going to start out with 1.5 times. So you'll take the one that says low. That's idle up until you start to crack the throttle open. As the throttle plate starts opening, it's drawing off of the low speed circuit and starts to draw off of the high speed circuit. Alright, there are little tiny holes drilled in the roof of the carburetor that this butterfly cracks open. As it passes by, air is allowed to rush by them, creates a vacuum, and pulls fuel out of there. And when you stand it straight open, the ones on the high idle side or the high speed side are big because there's very little vacuum, but they're right there next to the Ventura, so you do get some vacuum. Alright, so you're going to start out those on each 1.5 turns, and you're going to run your idle screw in so that you're running up there. If it's a weed eater, you're running up there fast enough to start the head. The head will be turning. All right, and what your goal is to get it running. And they don't like to idle. Weed eaters and chainsaws don't like to idle. They want to go. They want to run. So getting them idle down there is a little bit of a beast. So once you get them both of them to 1.5 turns, then you'll prime your bulb, choke your carburetor, and then you'll go through the cranking procedure. All right, now if you crank your engine and you do manage to get it to run, and as soon as you take it off choke, it dies, then it's starving for fuel on the low idle circuit side. Open the low idle screw 1/2 a turn again and repeat the procedure. Alright? And if you crank it again and it's idling on choke and you turn it down, take it off choke, and try to rev it up, and it stalls and then runs up like that, it's still starving for fuel. At that time, you're going to just slowly bring up the trigger and slowly open up the idle mixture screw marked low speed. You're going to get it in between idling perfect and having enough fuel to carry it between the spot of where the butterfly comes off of the low speed circuit and starts coming into the high speed circuit. Because the low speed circuit is still dripping a little bit of fuel in there along with it. They're just holes drilled down in the top of the carburetor. And then if you just keep going through that procedure, you will finally get it. Now if you get it to run and it does not want to idle, No matter what you do, it can't idle. Then you either have a gasket in upside down, you have an internal vacuum leak, which is kind of rare, kind of hard to do on a CNC carburetor that's all one chunk of aluminum all drilled out. The carburetor doesn't come apart. The needle and seat is the needle is sticking inside the carburetor, or your engine on your weed eater / chainsaw is worn out and it's not pulling enough air through there fast enough to siphon the fuel. I hope this helps you. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to say. So good luck. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and share this channel. And just remember, if I can muddle through it, you can too.